Welcome back to Love Your Third Act, the podcast show where we talk about what happens when the old script ends and a much better one begins. I'm your host, Corinne. Today we're walking through part one, the wake-up call, the moment when life taps you on the shoulder, clears its throat, and says, "Time for Act 3, darling. Let's jump in. Let's start with something almost everyone experiences, but no one warns you about. The shove out the door. One day you're leading, deciding, fixing, directing. The next day, someone bright-eyed and disturbingly enthusiastic is presenting a new structure, and suddenly your seat looks optional. It's rarely dramatic. It's usually subtle. Projects drift away from you. Invitations get strangely lost. This moment can feel like rejection, but often it's the catalyst, the plot twist, the unexpected detour into something far better. Because your third act doesn't begin when you're ready, it begins when life insists. Let's talk about what we were all sold. This idea that life after full-time work should be slower, quieter, calmer, lovely in theory, disastrous in practice. High achievers hit that stage and think, this can't be it. I didn't spend decades building a life to suddenly potter. People today live longer, stay sharper, and honestly have zero interest in a life of endless puttering. The old script whispers, stop, step back, shrink your world. Your third act says, no, I'm not done. Let's expand. It's not about stopping. It's about shifting into something that finally matches who you've become. All right, this part could sound a bit serious, but I promise to keep it friendly. Here's what happens when people don't prepare for their third act. They lose structure, then rhythm, then confidence, then worst of all, their sense of self. I've watched brilliant executives go from central to everything to unsure what day it is because they never imagined they'd need a plan for life beyond the job title. But here's the twist. You don't avoid this by panicking or reinventing yourself overnight. You avoid it by doing what you've done every time you succeeded. You plan the next chapter with intention, not out of fear, out of excitement. Your third act is not an ending, it's a launch. So that's part one, the wake-up call. It's the shake, the nudge, the tap on the shoulder that says, you've outgrown where you are, it's time to move. In the next episode, we move into part two, designing your third act, where the real creativity begins and everything becomes possible again. Until then, remember, you're not being pushed aside. You're being pushed forward. So please subscribe, like, and share with a mate who needs to hear it. I'm CWR, and this is It's Your Third Act. See you next time.